Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Boy, oh boy. Went from just a we're gonna just have a meeting, we're gonna discuss how peace accords can go. And now from the rear of the house to the front of the house, out of UN, out of NATO. Yeah, we're out of here. You guys fucking suck. Eat shit, you. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Things that it's that moment where you're like, that. I mean, are you guys having this kind of thing where you're looking at what videos are being made, and that every end of the right is like, yeah, this NATO thing, this EU thing, this isn't working. People who are anti-war and are generally socially liberal, but they're just very economically, they're just solid, you know. They don't have kook ideas about, and in some ways they even are like, no, you could come up with something that's a social safety network, but you would have to pay this much, you know. That's how it would work. You know, and that's the people, and then that's the people don't want to do that. That's why people either risk not having some kind of insurance, or they're going to pay out of pocket, or however they plan to do it or not. So you end up getting all of these various people now that are just like, yeah, we shouldn't even be in this organization. We shouldn't be in the EU. We shouldn't be in NATO. Or we shouldn't be in the UN. We shouldn't be in NATO. That now, with the UN being this organization that has been rife with all sorts of really bad problems, and that it's like, wait, so this is sort of like an organization that America pays for so that the Ummah can dress down countries, or, you know, or you know, people could, you know, say, oh well, oh, you Japan, your very way of doing everything is just very problematic. So if you would just do everything less well, so that Hollywood, or if you just sell all of your entertainment companies to Hollywood, well, then we could negotiate how, you know, how you're no longer offensive, like how much you're not offensive now, because everywhere women are afraid of you, Japan, because of your mangas, you know. I really like that Romanian V did that video where, you know, like, you do all get, like, the way he just did it. He saw the Soviet Union, so he was able to put it. You do know, no one's offended by manga. Hollywood just can't succeed, so they're using the UN. And I'm like, oh shit! God dang it! And then, you know, and I'm like, thank goodness for that. Yeah, and so in American political history, the Eastern European who comes in with the very dry take is this kind of, almost to the point where it's like a character in TV shows sometimes. Where suddenly they look at the American and they're just like, oh, you silly Americans, you know, and then you're like, oh, that does make that makes actually a lot of sense, you know. So now that people are getting this idea of like, wait a second, how we pay the lion's share for all of this stuff, and all of this stuff like keeps coming up like bupkis and or worse, you know, where we end up having to do even more. And now that this stuff is, you know, people are finding out, oh, USAID actually even has a non-profit it started to lobby for more money for USAID. That's good corruption. That's brilliant. That's some good stuff. So now the Democrats really have some problems coming up. And one of which is, why do you guys keep doing stuff like that? And in this, I mean in this regard, and this is the thing I really want to aim at, like, the Young Turks, because I see this headline, they're doing a big live or something, and it's like, but the thing about it is, it's, Pam Bondi didn't come up with the Epstein files, and this, that, and this. Now, to witness live online that you're on X, and you're seeing people like, no, it turns out the Southern District of New York has all these files, and they're just simply not obeying the head of the DOJ. Now, so this woman becomes head of the DOJ. Suddenly, it's ha ha ha. People don't obey her. Isn't that funny? I mean, maybe it's... I'm presuming it's all because she's a Republican, this is the Trump administration, but there's a number of ways, and I'm sitting here going, I mean, this is kind of a diss that you guys would definitely not be okay with if it was you guys. You couldn't even disagree with Kamala Harris and not be a person who hates, like, all people of color and all women in all times and all spaces, and that you're going to live in hell with Satan forever for disagreeing with Kamala Harris, who now is at something like a popularity, like, she's polling within her own party now, forever running again, at 6%. Almost everybody is now above her in popularity within her own party. So okay. So, haha, Pam Bondi isn't being obeyed by the FBI agents, and that's a good thing? That's a reason to chuckle? And then it's for one of what appears to be possibly a massive blackmail and intelligence honeypot, child trafficking, sex slavery, and people are giggling. Oh, but you didn't get the files. Ha ha ha. And I don't, why do you guys keep doing this? This isn't like this isn't a gold star in Mario. You didn't find something. This wasn't, it's like, holy shit, do you know what you look like? What the, and I just love how I'm like, well, okay, you showing who you are? I mean, is that what the deal is? Like, this is kind of funny to people like you? I mean, is that what's going on? And, which, then this is even sort of more disturbing, in a way, not being in the Democratic Party, really, and or not voting Democratic, and that there's this part of me that's just kind of like, okay, wait, so you mean that you're really taking this as like a win. Like, haha, the FBI didn't obey the person in charge of it, and they withheld 5 times the amount of files. Hey, oh, doing all right, yourself? All right. I know, totally. Yep, it is. Remember, we're going to get a second winner. Don't worry. See you soon. And so I started thinking about this, like, well, so you got 5 times the amount of evidence that didn't get turned over. And then, with 5 times the amount of evidence that didn't get turned over, because people are rebelling, but then it's like, but this is the lion's share of evidence about child trafficking that might have involved multiple countries' intelligence agencies. This is not a ha-ha moment. Nobody's winning by, holy shit. How are you looking this bad? I don't get why. I don't understand this. Like, like, it to the point where I'm like, isn't there somebody kind of in the party or something that advises, like, okay, don't laugh when it comes to child trafficking. Don't say that that's some Alex Jones shit and laugh about it. Because you see, if it's true, then we look like assholes. You see, this real boom, real easy. But no. It's just like, holy shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. You would think that this would be one of those things where you would even have creepy Schumer, creeping up all like, yes, not even I, Chuck Schumer, like that kind of shit, and like, we'll get them, and but no. Oh well, okay. I guess lose. I guess keep losing. That's what I'm presuming the idea here is.